morning, everybody, and Hafaday, thank you for starting your day the KUAM way. This is Fit AF, Fitness and Fun, the live stream where we show you how you can get in shape and have a really, really good time doing it. I'm Jason Silas, and we are live this morning at the War in the Pacific Park down in Assen. It is a beautiful day, very, very windy, slightly overcast, but that by no means is going to deter us from having some really good fun and getting in shape. I'm joined now, right now, by Linda Nadeau. Or, I'm sorry. Laura Nadeau. Yeah, Linda's. There's like 1,000 different people on Guam with that. But you, one thing we cannot get mixed up is that you are a United Guam Marathon influencer and a triathlete yourself. So we're very happy to have you here now that I know what your name is.
Yeah, thank you. It's great to be here, and this is my first year as a UGM influencer, and I'll be running the half marathon. And I am a triathlete, so I've just recently gotten into triathlon the last couple years. So I like to run, and I like to swim and bike before I run, but I'm looking forward to just running.
Well, we're glad to have you on the island because this is the perfect place to do triathlons. Our climate is very conducive to having a really, really solid challenge. And you come to Guam by way of Virginia, among other places. But how are you finding like the just the fact that it's very hot here and the air can be very, very thick? And what challenges does that present to you? Well,
I don't use it. It's not much as a challenge. It actually helps me in my races because when I go to other races, I race in the Philippines a lot, and it's so hot there. So it really helps me get used to that heat. And then this summer, I'm going to go race somewhere cooler, and I'm looking forward to racing somewhere cold and seeing how. Maybe hoping that it's a little bit easier in the cooler climate. So
the humidity is something that your body's acclimated towards already.
Absolutely. Yeah, I am acclimated and actually enjoy the heat.
Okay, now let me ask you that because we talk to a lot of athletes here on the show, and some people say that when they hit that runner's high and when you feel that part when your lungs almost have that that freezing effect. Do you feel that Guam's humidity is better when you hit that runner's high than in colder places like maybe like Japan or in the States?
You get the runner's high wherever you are, and I guess it might hit you a little bit earlier here, and because it's so hot and humid. So I just try and make sure I run at the time of the day where the race will be, where it will be the hottest, so that I'm more adjusted to dealing with that heat and the humidity.
Okay, so. Now as far as training, remember the United Guam Marathon is on the 14th. The Expo is on the 12th. That's going to be at the Pacific Islands Club over in Tumon. Make sure you get there because the ribbon will be cut at 11 in the morning. It is going to be awesome. All the vendors will be there, including our friends at Run Guam. You are rocking some really, really nice gear today.
Yeah, well, Run Guam, they just said that they're going to have all the merchandise and be the official merchandise of it. Of UGM, and we love their gear, and absolutely, we're excited. And
okay.
April 9th is the last day that you can register for UGM.
Okay,
so.
And you are outfitted practically head to toe because you have the really, let's go ahead and show that. You've got the really nice headband.
Yes, my headband, the shirt.
Very lovely.
And then I even have my kiddos over here.
I was going to say, you brought some models, so if you don't mind, we have... And who are these incredible little athletes?
So these are my little athletes, my kiddos. This is Grayson, and he's 6.
Hi, Grayson.
And this is Cameron, and she is 3.
Hi, Cameron.
We love to work out and exercise together, and yeah. Okay,
so as a mother of 2 young children, what type of exercises do you do? Because your own competition, it's very high impact, very intense. How do you work out with your kids?
Well, so a lot of the workouts I do, I have a warm-up. So I'll warm up for 20 or 30 minutes, and then in that warm-up, I like to either have them ride their bike, or I'll push Cameron in the stroller. So it kind of distracts me and gets them out and seeing what I do on a daily basis.
And I'm wearing like a plain white shirt right now, so I'm basically like a big canvas and everything. I need to get some Run Guam gear.
Right? Yeah, no, we love supporting Run Guam. They're great shop and great gear. So, yeah.
Can I ask, how do you like your shirt? That's a really nice shirt. Do you like it?
Sure.
Does it feel good? Okay. What do you like about it the most?
The circle.
The circle?
They had all the pictures and stuff.
Yeah, that's very nice. That's what we call the seal of Guam. That's the Guam flag. Yeah. So people really, really nice. Okay. Cameron, how about you?
I like my shirt.
You like your shirt? Why do you like your shirt?
Because it has flowers.
Those are pretty flowers.
I like them.
All right. Can you do maybe like a little demonstration when you stretch, with your kids? Because you were emphasizing the fact that you can't just get out and immediately go like all hardcore running and everything like that. Calisthenics is important, and warming up, especially in the climate here. You don't want to do like those stretches where you're bouncing or you get go right into it and everything. So maybe a little demonstration, if you will, about how you guys get ready.
Yeah. Well, so how we warm up, or how I warm up. It's hard. It's hard to make myself do this every day. But before I go run, we'll do. What do we do? What do we do sometimes to warm up for football or something like that? We do high knees. Can you demonstrate?
Football player.
Yeah.
Impressive.
We do high knees. Do you want me to take
Sure,
this?
absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay. So we'll do high knees. Can we do high knees at all? You want to do that? So show us how we do it. Remember, we bring our knees up like this. Go ahead, show us. Yeah, just like that. And then we do jumping jacks sometimes. Can you show some jumping jacks? Yeah, do it. Yeah, show your jumping jacks. Good. Yeah. And then we'll do some stretches. So especially before I run, I like to stretch like my hips and my hamstrings. So I'll stretch like this. Can you do this with me? Lunge. Yep. And we'll hold it. We'll count to 10. And then we'll switch. Right? Switch. And that we stretch our hips and our hamstrings. And then what about the quad stretch? Can you balance? Just like that. Yeah, you got to balance. And we'll hold it for about 10 seconds. And then we'll switch. Yeah, that's awesome. Good. And then once we get loosened up, we feel like we're good to go. They'll either hop on their bikes, and then I'll run with them and try to keep up with them on their bikes.
Okay, now obviously it's very important that fitness is a part of your family dynamics. It's really great that you're getting your kids at such a young age into exercise. As far as your own training regimen, because you said you recently got into triathlons and everything like that.
I've been doing it for a couple years now. So as far as what I do, I try to, like I said, warm up for about 20 or 30 minutes before I go out and go for a run, and just do it easy for 20 or 30 minutes, and then I'll go hard for a couple minutes, a hard run, and then I'll ease back for a couple minutes, and then go hard for a couple minutes, and then recovery is really important for me. So like rolling and using different balls to roll my feet out is really important. So yeah.
Okay, so you're speaking a lot in the singular form and everything like that. Do you normally work out by yourself? Because part of the thing that makes UGM so great is it's truly a big community event.
Yeah, it is. And I am by myself a lot. Because I work out, so I do train a lot. So but I love to get my kids involved and love to get out and try to get others out. That's been something fun for me. Being a UGM influencer was to get out and try and get others to come and join this race. So I think I was able to do that some. So I'm looking forward to seeing these other women and other people out racing.
Mm-hmm. So now that you've taken up triathlon training, obviously there's the run, there's the bike, and there's the swim.
Right.
Focusing now on such an extended run, you're doing a half marathon, you said, right?
Yes, yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So you're doing 13.1 miles.
Right.
Okay. How are you focusing your training now, and specifically just on the running aspect?
Well, I actually like to cross train. So practicing my swimming will help me with my running. So I'm not putting so many miles on my legs and not hurting, they're not taking so much of the hit. So I like to swim and bike, and then that helps improve my run. So yeah.
We'll tell you what, we want to do another type of demonstration, and now because UGM is a community event, as I said, we actually have one of our superior athletes. So Asha is here. She's part of our digital team, and if you guys can go ahead and take us through the type of training and conditioning that you would do when you're getting ready.
Will do. All right. Do you want me to? Should I hold this microphone then? Okay. All right. So a lot of the things that I like to do, I'm going to talk about more so what we do after I run, is a lot of recovery and stretching and things like that. So I like to use this roller here. I've got a couple of them. Yeah, the foam roller. So this, I use to stretch out the IT band. It can get really, really tight when I run, and I've heard so many people have this injury and they aren't able to run. So how I use this, I'll, I guess, show you first.
I'm like, I don't know how to use it.
Watch out, Cam. So I lay, my elbow and then roll back and forth to really stretch out all the way from your hip to your knee. So that just helps stretch out the IT band there. Yeah. Do you want to try it?
It looks like it's going to hurt. Actually,
It is.
we went running yesterday. So.
Well, this will be good because it is.
You're just supposed to put your weight on it, right?
Yeah, and then go on your elbow. Yeah. And
Just hold the mic down
oh yeah, sorry.
So you just roll it out
Yeah.
like.
So back and forth all the way about to your knee to your hip, and it hurts. It does.
It does hurt, but it feels good at the same time. It's that good pain.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
So, and then I'll switch and do the other side too. And this is one of my favorite stretches after I run. Or I guess it's not really a stretch, but yeah, for my foot. So as soon as I get done running, I'll just put this on the ground and just roll my foot back and forth on it and all over, and even like by my toes and stuff. And that really helps just loosen up my feet. And I feel like sometimes it affects my whole leg. It helps my whole leg and helps loosen up muscles. And it feels really good, actually. It's something I enjoy.
Do you put a lot of weight on it, or do you just?
Not too much weight.
Yeah. I would probably smash
Yeah,
this
yeah,
ball.
yeah. You just light.
I was like,
just
it's not that
lightweight.
hard.
Yeah, just lightweight.
I know.
And that really helps because my feet get so tight after I run. So I don't know. If
I
you
know. I should
experience
probably be doing these stretches.
Well, yeah. I
after.
mean, it's hard. It's hard when you've got a life and everything going on to stretch.
It is, and I hate stretching. But it's so
But
necessary,
yeah.
especially when you're training for these long runs.
Right,
Like
right.
injuries can happen at any time.
Right.
I remember I was training for a marathon, I think 2 years ago, and I would always get knee injuries.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the problem was.
Yeah.
Maybe I wasn't stretching it out as much as I should have, but I think shoes also play a huge role.
Yes, shoes. I've actually just got 2 pairs of shoes to run in, so I'll run in just because they put so many miles on it. And then this next thing I use to just roll, like if I'm running and my calf starts to bother me, or my quad or my hamstring, you can, you can like roll your hamstring out and get all different kinds of places, and to places that the roller won't be able to get to. So, yeah, and yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us today, Laura, and I'm excited to see you at the Guam Marathon. I'm not running this year, but we're going to be there, and we're going to definitely be cheering everybody on.
Great.
All
Well,
right.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today, and thank you guys at home for joining us today. And this has been another episode of Fit AF. Thank you for joining us today.